Always a church, at least one, sometimes two, maybe three. And for every church, there's always at least 2 or 3 cafes. And that's it. Except in Bruges, you might have like a little lace shop or somebody selling chocolate. Those places don't really count. They're not there for the locals. I was sitting having a beer on a beautiful spring day in Belgium, and church got out. And of course, like churches everywhere, people walk out, and the population is strikingly similar in northern latitudes for who's in the church. There's a lot of single older ladies. They kind of clump up together and they wander around. And I watched this one group of little old ladies, and they were not moving very fast. They were going across the square. They made a beeline from the front door of the church to a cafe directly across from it, sat down. And what happened next was we had another sign that we are not in the United States. They ordered beers all the way around, and not 2 of them ordered the same beer. And it was beer like Duvel. It was beer like Chimay. It was, I believe there was a triple Carmelite in there somewhere. I would have noticed that. There were all these fantastic beers, and these little old ladies, like the Wisconsin woman whose hockey game I ruined. For them, their Sunday ritual was to go to church, and here, after church, my grandmother would go downstairs and have coffee, or a version of coffee. They called it coffee. I didn't understand it as coffee, but they called it that. And that's what they did to socialize. In Belgium, which, by the way, I think this rocks a lot harder than coffee, they walked across, sat down, ordered a beer, and hung out for an hour or 2. And that's where they did their social decompression after what must have been a very heavy sermon. To me, this is really what Prohibition stole from us, in a way. I'm not going to overstate it, but I do believe that Prohibition stole from us this connection to that, because this doesn't just happen in Belgium. It's very common in Belgium. The types of beer they have in Belgium are, but in Europe, it's not unusual for people to have really good beer as a part of their Sunday afternoon, and it is highly unusual, especially in a state like Minnesota, to do that, where we have banned the sale of alcohol on Sundays since Prohibition.
Demonized it.
Not almost demonized it. We have absolutely demonized it. The only reason it's not still illegal is that the government makes a tremendous amount of money on you buying beer. A lot of money, a tremendous amount of it. And thank God that it's that way. No pun intended, because otherwise I'd be selling paper supplies or something. I don't know anything about paper.